Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at one of the most effective decks in the Rise of Shadows metagame, and that is Token Druid. Yeah, Token Druid has established this place as the premium druid archetype in Rise of Shadows, and it's a fairly powerful deck indeed that can challenge pretty much everything that the game can throw at you, including being really good against warrior and able to go toe-to-toe against rogue. The weakest matchup of this deck is 2 warlock, but 2 warlock isn't that popular right now, so Token Druid is in a pretty decent spot. As the name implies, the purpose of this deck is to create tokens and some more tokens, and then buff them up and hit face and win the game. Pretty simple plan really. The key cards in allowing you to create tokens are your Whispering Woods. Summon a 1/1 Wisp for each card in your hand, so you can get a couple of boards with this one. There's also 2 copies of the Forest Shade. Twin spell summon 5 2/2 treants. So you cast up to 4 of these in a game, so that's 4 boards of 5 2/2s. Pretty sweet stuff. And then you also have Soul of the Forest, give your minions death rattle, summon a 2/2 treant. Soul of the Forest is especially powerful together with Whispering Woods, or if you can make any board stick for a turn and then you can just buff it up if you don't happen to find lethal with it. In addition to these cards that make a whiteboard for you immediately, you also have a bunch of other cards that generate tokens and put a little bit of smaller stuff on the board. Acorn Bearer, absolutely nuts card. Add 2 1/1 squares to your hand as a death rattle, so it fills your hand for your Whispering Woods, and it's also useful minion on its own right. Dreamway Guardians gives you a little bit of healing, some tokens pretty cheaply. Evil Cable Rat adds a lackey to your hand, and that lackey can then give you even more stuff, or give you rush, or discover new spells. Many things it can do. The lackey that summons a 2-drop also has a 1% chance to summon a Doomsayer, which might lose you a game. It just did for me last night actually, but that's not very common. Some other token generators include Landscaping for a couple of treants and Micro the Controller for some small minions. And all of these small minions can be then buffed up with Power of the Wild, with Blessing of the Ancients for permanent buffs, and with Savage Roar for a temporary buff, just to give them some attack. So your typical game plan is to get something to stick, and then slap some Savage Roars and buffs in and go face, and boom, the opponent is dead. There's some variations to this game plan, however. You have some flexibility. Stuff like War Druid Lodi can give you a stealth poisonous minion that can be used to trade into some big minion from the opponent. It can give you rush, or it can give you taunt. Lodi is one of your taunts. Belligerent Gnome can also give you taunt, so you have some defensive capabilities with this deck as well. Although the main question with this deck is typically, how can I make tokens? The earlier you can make a big token board, the earlier the opponent will have to start responding to your minions, instead of you having to respond to their minions. As long as you cannot make the threatening board, the opponent is often in a position where they're going face and you will have to be the one who's responding. But once you get to go really wide, the opponent will have to think about responding to you. There are also a couple of cards that help you do some nifty tricks with this deck. One of them is Keeper Steladris. After you cast a choose 1 spell, add copies of both choices to your hand. So this is used with Power of the Wild. You choose either a +1/+1 or summon a 3/2 Panther, and you get 2 spells into your hand. Very useful also to buff up your Whispering Woods. And you use this with Wrath. So then you choose one of these effects, deal 3 damage or 1 damage and draw a card, and you get the spells deal 3 damage spell and deal 1 damage and draw a card spell to your hand. Steladris can be especially powerful as a card draw tool. Use Steladris, use Wrath, you deal 1 damage and draw a card, you cast another one, you deal 1 damage and draw a card again, and you still have a 3 damage spell left over. This particular build doesn't have any other cards that synergize with Steladris, but these are plentifully enough. Another bit of a trickster card is the Archmage Vargot. At the end of your turn, cast a spell you have cast this turn. So if you cast just 1 spell with Vargot, you're guaranteed to get that at the end of the turn again. Not very useful with Savage Roar, but much more useful with buffs or even just Power of the Wild. Or a Soul of the Forest, that can be pretty powerful too. On the other hand, if you have cast multiple spells during a single turn with Vargot on the board, then one of them is going to be cast randomly. Either way, the presence of Vargot, the presence of Floaty, the presence of Staladris, the presence of Cable Rat, these give the deck some tricks. So that you can do things that you otherwise would not be able to do. You can do surprising things. You can do powerful swings. Those are really the main part of the playability of the deck. Other than that, it's fairly straightforward. Get your tokens on the board, buff your tokens, kill your opponent. When you're playing against control decks, your main thought is, how do I make as sticky boards and how do I optimize my ability to make as many boards as possible, so that the control deck will run out of ways to clear it. When you're playing against aggressive decks, your main idea is, okay, how do I first survive, and then how do I start creating boards that the aggressive deck is forced to answer instead of just going face? Or if they choose to go face, that the board will then punish them. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're generally looking for Aegon Bearer and you're looking for Whispering Woods. These two are the absolute key cards. Beyond those two, it really depends. Like if you're facing a mirror, then you want to keep a swipe, because then your swipe can answer their Whispering Woods. Swipe is good against token decks. You're also always interested in keeping your Keeper Staladris, because Keeper Staladris can just provide you with very, very powerful swings. Especially if you can find Power of the Wild or Wrath to go alongside it, but you wouldn't keep Wrath or Power of the Wild typically alone. If you expect a lot of early board battles to be important, then Belligerent Gnome, Dreamway Guardians, and maybe even Evil Cable Rat can help you out a little bit with those. If you enjoyed this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at Token Druid in action. No, I think I'll just keep the woods. I'm not on the coin, but I was able to find the Acorn Bearer. This is the main reason I mulliganed away the rat. For the opportunity to find this card. Because this card is so extremely good. He's trying to discover Dino-Medic, and he picked up a card very, very quickly. Which kind of implies to me that there might be a Dino-Medic in play now. 3 Dino-Medics, that's good stuff. I can discover some spells though. I suppose I will discover some spells here. I'll try the Blessing anyway. Let's try the Blessing at this point still. Let's see. I really think Blessing is the pick. Possibly. And Heisumadin. I'm not completely against that. So many options. I mean, I could trade these in and I could play Whispering Woods. Then he would need to coin the Dino-Medic. But he might coin the Dino-Medic. So I think he has the Dino-Medic in hand. Well, how can I answer that board then? I could try Soul of the Forest on this board. That's not so strong yet. I could do Blessing of the Ancients on this board. Maybe I'll do that. Play a Squirrel, play a Blessing, trade in one of these, hit face with another. He might still Dino-Medic this board, because this board does die to a Dino-Medic. But this means that I have plenty of more refills. I don't mind that at all. Dino-Medic and the Wrench Caliber can almost clear a board. Almost. Can't get to a position where I can Vargot into spells yet. I still think this is a Whispering Woods turn. Let's go for the woods. I mean, of course, they can always be Warpath, they can always be Brawl. They can now be... Well, Dino-Medic leaves 1 minion up. That's a Dino-Medic, but that's not the minion that he picked. That's still another minion. Oh, more Blessings. But I would need something a little bit more influential here. He still has the mech, he still has the coin. Just so much stuff. I need to swipe that. And play my Squirrel, even though that's not very powerful. I still have these Forest Sades here. But I'm not getting to the positions where I would like to be. Yeah, he was able to pick up. It was a snap pick, so I assumed that it would be this one. Is it time to commit my Archmage Vargot? He still holds on to the coin too. I could do Vargot, Power of the Wild. He could clean it up with many things potentially. Vargot, Blessing of the Ancients isn't very good. Vargot, Power of the Wild would be okay. We'll give that a try. What if he has Ciliax? That's going to be really good. Ciliax will be really good if he has that. Let's see if we can get +1/+1 on this. We can. So now Ciliax cannot kill this. It was a 50-50 roll. Ah, but Militia Commander can. Excellent top deck. It wasn't even top deck, it was from the previous turn. Double Militia Commanders. Oh boy. That's a lot of Militia commanding. That is a lot of Militia commanding indeed. Fine. So if I use Forest Sage, he can already clean up 3 of them with these. But I suppose I still need to. Simply swiping isn't doing a whole lot. I suppose I need to use this. Let's see. Now these are able to deal with 3 of them, leaving only 2 up. So if he has the 3rd Dino-Medic, for example, here, and he's able to top deck the 3rd Dino-Medic, that is an excellent skill to have. 3 Dino-Medics already. That works out. Keeper, but no spells that go well with the Keeper. I have to go with another Forest Sage. But now he can have Brawl or he can have Warpath, so he's just been able to get just enough removal all the time to keep it up. Can he find one more time? Of course, I have another Forest Sage, so, well, he had a Warpath, yes. 3 Dino-Medics, Warpath. That's pretty strong. Okay. I need to do the Keeper in order to draw cards. Yeah, I do. Do 1 damage to that minion, draw a card. I get Power of the Wild. Alright. I was thinking of using another one of these, but I might use Power of the Wild. So if I swipe here, and then I play Power of the Wild, 8 cards in hand. Yeah, I think that's the play. I swipe here. And then I'm going to summon a Panther. Alright. And I get a lot of these cards into my hand. I still have a lot of ways to do things. He finds his Ciliax. Okay. I'm fine with him finding the Ciliax, I suppose. I can always kill a Ciliax. What I need is some damage. Do I care about the Elec? Maybe, if he can find like Boom. So I'm always going to Solar Rat the Ciliax. Do I just kill off my own Acorn Bearer? 2 1/1 squirrels, 3 mana. No, that won't be enough mana to do things that I want to do. I'll summon a Panther. I'll play the Acorn Bearer. I'll play the second version of this to conceal some information. I can play these 2 and trade away the Elec. I think this is fine. I don't mind the Goblin. Does he have the Boom to go with that? No, but he has a Brawl. Alright, we've seen 1 Warpath, 1 Brawl, 3 Dino-Medics. That's a decent enough result from the Brawl. I don't mind that at all. It's still all fine and good. We can do Dreamway Guardians.
What shall we hunt?
We can do Squirrels. We can do Soul of the Forest. We can start hitting face. Warpath. His second Warpath is the card that wins him the game from this position. Does he have the second warpath? I've seen 3 Dinomedics. I've seen Ziliax. I've seen 1 warpath. I've seen Brawl. Is there going to be the second warpath? That is not the second warpath. Do I have lethal? I have, well, 10, 20. Yeah, this should easily be lethal. Well, then we just Savage Roar and we Savage Roar and we Bless and then we hit a lot of face. And we take the game. Let's see. Do you think this Token Druid deck is playable without Steladris and Lottie? Absolutely playable without Lottie. Steladris is core. Can you somehow play without Steladris? I mean, Steladris is just so good. I suppose you can try. And Lottie you can definitely replace. Lottie is not a problem. Holy guacamole. It is a control shaman. I think I want to draw a card. I'll take the trade. If I can like top deck Whispering Woods, that would be very useful here. Okay, it's this variant with the spells. I couldn't find Whispering Woods though. So we can assume like Thunderhead into stuff next turn. And that's actually bad for me. I can't deal with that very easily. Thunderhead zap. Oh dear, oh dear. Probably need to do some landscaping here. I think this will allow him to stabilize though. I probably should not have used the Wrath. Using Wrath was slightly incorrect. I should have saved the Wrath for the Spirit of the Frog. Because now he was just going to stabilize from this position. Well, now I can get through the Spirit of the Frog. Okay, we're killing this one of course. I don't want to let him draw more cards. Lightning Storms, Feral Spirits, that sort of stuff. No use to use Blessing of the Ancients here, right? I mean, even if I do double Squirrels. I could do double Squirrels, coin Blessing of the Ancients. 3/3 and a pair of 2/2s. Maybe I'll go for that. But that'll spend the coin. Really unhappy about spending the coin. I'll still do it. Let's give this a try. We get rid of this frog. Lightning Storm is 50% to clear this up. And this gave me a board that can just wipe out his Feral Spirits very easily. That was part of the thinking here.
The end is coming!
I can take out the Doomsayer too, right? I also want to take out that one though. Can I do both? 4+3, I can do both. With another Blessing of the Ancients. They could be Hagata schemes. He has not got to that point yet though. Yeah, doesn't have any kept cards left.
No.
So this is probably just Dreamway Guardians into Blessing of the Ancients. 4+3 is 7. This one kills the Wrath of Air Totem. Because I know he has some 3-mana spells in hand.
What shall we hunt?
Now I can kill this and I can kill that. And now Lightning Storm. Not great to kill this board. It might still do it. Scheme, of course. If he has a scheme. There was no indication that he had a scheme. So... Had to go in with some Cable Redding. I think another Cable Red is fine here. Coupling Lackeys are not very good here. I was hoping for some other Lackeys. Discover a Spell Lackey especially. Very rare for this deck to run 2 copies of Spirit of the Frog, by the way. It's usually just 1. Excellent Urchok top deck. Excellent. Very powerful. Alright. I probably need to Soul of the Forest in order to get something done here. Not the greatest thing ever. You can still have double. I can still have double lightning storms, for example. I think I still need to do this. Use the soul of the forest. Just trying to make this a little bit stickier. Another Urchok. Whoa, this deck has been built to beat aggro. Double Urchoks. This is running like every defensive card in the box. And now there's a Hagata scheme there. In hand, most likely. And that Hagata scheme can wipe out the Forest Sage. Well, he also has Lightning Storm, I suppose. Another way I have is just to kill the Spirit of the Frog here. Is Control Warrior better than Control Shaman? So people say, but everyone's playing bad builds of Control Shaman. I mean, I don't like this build loses to Warrior. My build doesn't. So, it just depends. Forest Sage is almost certainly going to be answered. I think he has Hagata Scheme and Lightning Storm both in hand. I need to draw cards. That's what I need to do here.
Time goes short. Power takes many forms.
I need the Poisonous Stealth out there. So that he can't play a Walking Fountain. Try to get him to use a board clear spell rather than a fountain. But I think he has won this. I really believe that he has won. He has Elysiana, of course, he's not going to fatigue.
Unity, precision.
So I believe that he has been able to win now. Not the most impressive Whispering Woods ever. Need to use Whispering Woods and Blessing of the Ancients still. I mean, I hit here, of course. And I do Whispering Woods. I can't do Whispering Woods in Soul of the Forest here either. Do Whispering Woods in the Blessing of the Ancients, so that I can trade there, and then I can kill the Doomsayer. He's playing like the most anti-aggro version of the list that can be built. But now, there can be a Lightning Storm, or there can be a Hagata Scheme. You should have both available. But he chooses to use neither. Okay. So it will take me 4 attacks to push through these. And eventually there will be Hagata herself. Well, it will take me 4 attacks to push through these. 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks, 4 attacks. Hero power attack. I'll take a hit over there too. And then we wait. I still have a chance, a small chance, but a chance nonetheless. He will play Hagata, and he might play... Okay, we got this Hagata scheme out of the way. Galvanizer. Does this have a Mechatoon win condition? I don't even know anymore. It's time to do Forest Sage. And I think it's time to buff them up. I mean, Hagata obviously answers this, but he would probably play Hagata as soon as he can anyway. Now, Lightning Storm doesn't answer this. Not necessarily anyway.
My jaws that bite, my claws that tear.
So, Shadowlook. Is this really a Mechatoon deck? Who knows? Let's see. So I can swipe into the Shadowlook. And I can Soul of the Forest my board. He could have double Lightning Storm to clean it up. I think I need to swipe into the Shadowlook. And trade here. trade here. I just need to trade the Shudderwock, right? I need to use 1 million to trade the Shudderwock, yes. Trade the Shudderwock. Soul of the Forest my board. Hero power the Galvanizer. And go face with these. Double Lightning Storm cleans this up now. He has 5 cards in his deck. Okay. 5 cards in the deck. We have seen the Ziliax. That's a Hex. Followed by nothing. So how much damage do I have? I have 9 plus 10 is 19 plus 4 is lethal. So we push. And we win. That was weird. Yeah, this disconnected during mulligan, so it re-showed the mulligan animation to me. I'm cool with that. He's going to dagger and kill this. Yeah, are you sure you want to mulligan like this? Yeah, I am. Really, seriously. I like this mulligan. What if he plays Henchclan Tug? Can I really afford to spend my coin already? Spending the coin seems so bad. Playing the squirrels doesn't seem that great. I think I will hero power that one down, but I am uncertain whether this decision is the right one. This matchup, when I don't have Whispering Woods, I'm a little bit uncomfortable. Because now if he plays the Henchclan Tug, that's a problem for me. And that's still fine, right? Even though the lackeys are of course pretty good. I can do landscaping. There are risks involved. I can do microtech. There are risks involved. I think I like the landscaping. Let's try that. Rogue is scary. Yeah, Rogue is the best deck in the game. Of course it's scary. There aren't any decks that Rogue is bad against.
This guy's toast.
Well, there's my Whispering Woods. So we're going in with that one. Let's see. We'll see what happens. When on the board he can clear up 4 of these. Does he have a fan? We're about to find out pretty soon. He wanted to discover a spell. So it was not a fan, probably. He's trying to discover again. Fan or like Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry is weaker, but it can sometimes get the job done. Especially if you get like Waggle Pick. Okay, we get some pirates. And gets a 4/4. Alright. So then race or trade. The age-old question. Oh man, I have so many options here. I could do like squirrels into Blessing of the Ancients. Then I could choose to trade down some of this board. I could do Microtech Controller into coin Blessing of the Ancients. Even if I trade that one away, these ones away, I'd still have a big board left. I think I'll try that. And I don't have lethal, right? 10, 14. No, it's not lethal. It's Microtech Controller, coin, Blessing of the Ancients. I'll trade that one. I'll trade away the lackeys. And I'll hit face a little bit. I'll still have 6 minions on the board. He has the Waggle Pick, he has some pirates. He has the 4/4 that can kill something. How easily can he kill 6 things? Here comes the waggle, then come in some 3 trees. 2 3 trees. Can I deal with that? I mean, do I have lethal? So Savage Roar, Blessing of the Ancients. I mean, that's 2, 4, 6, 9. 9 plus 8. 9 plus 10, 19. It's not lethal. So then I'll go with Soul of the Forest, right? 1, 2, 1. Keeper, Soul of the Forest.
Time goes short.
I might just do this. Trade there. Trade 2 of these there. Trade another 2 there. This one goes face. I think this is fine. 7 mana means that he can't do Leroy Bounce yet. He would need like double... He would need like double fan to clean this up. And that's just 10 damage. How are you going to deal the rest? You can't replay Leroy. You don't have enough mana. That means that you just die.
Well played.
Find your balance.
I might try to keep a cable rat against Hunter. Maybe I will need the Lackey for something. Could be Mech Hunter, Bomb Hunter, Midrange Hunter. He kept all the cards, so he has the best possible hand. And that's pretty good for him. But what is he going to do with that best possible hand? That's another question. You had all the cards you wanted. Now what are you going to do with them? I probably should have mulliganed the Cable Rat. It's unlikely to be good enough. Mech Hunter. It's unlikely. Bomb Hunter is what everyone is playing now. No one's playing Mech Hunter anymore. As you can see, Bomb Hunter. Definitely Bomb Hunter. I just hate spending the coin already. But I might need to. Let's try this. This can help me contest the Mecharoo. But I do need tempo here, because he's just going to magnetize a bunch of stuff a little bit later on. He probably shouldn't attack. Yeah, I approve of that. Here I think I need to hero power down that one. 3 mana doesn't give him a ton of good targets, but like he can use like a Spider Bomb. The thing is that I don't mind the Spider Bomb too much. I can't completely get rid of it though. Maybe I did need to mind. Even if I get a good Lackey from the Cable Rat. I mean, there's 50%, 40% for me to get a Lackey that solves the Spider Bomb issue. Let's go with the Cable Rat. I think I'll try this. Well, the 2-1 is not very impressive. He could magnetize Replicating Menace. Pair of Bomb Tosses, alright. I'm fine with some Bomb Tosses at the moment, I think. We'll do Whispering Woods. He could have the War Gear or Ziliax. Those would be scary. I still have the Wrath, I still have the Lodi. So there's still some things I have here. And it's unlikely that he would have something that just wipes all of this. Well, he could run Unleash. Some of these decks do run Unleash.
Access denied.
Pretty good stuff so far, have to say. He has had some quality top decks. Not a whole lot I can do with the Soul of the Forest. He only has 1 card left in hand. What if I do Wrath? I mean, I could kill these 2. then I will have no board. If I wrath this one, get rid of the poisonous, because missile launcher is pretty good. Alternatives, not very good alternatives. It's going to be wrath on that one. And border it Lodi for rush. Then the rush Lodi and these are going to kill that one. So he's left with just the Mekaru with the Spider Bomb effect. Can he magnetize more stuff on that? Big question. If he has the missile launcher, for example.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Gets to draw stuff. Still another couple of turns before I can get to the Forest Sage. That's tough. Really needed to get to that point. And this Ursatron can just kill my gnome. Probably need to play the gnome here. Do I just need to play Power of the Wild and get the 3-2 out there? I think I do. But if you found a magnetic mech for the Joey bot, that'd be so good.
This'll be good.
We're going to find out soon. Is there a magnetic mech for the Joey bot? There could be. That is not a magnetic mech. That's good. That is a very good magnetic mech though. Okay. And still another turn before the Forest Sage comes. Can I get a good lucky? Discover spell lucky is not a bad lucky. Starfall. Starfall next turn. It's actually crystal power. Kill the Celiacs. Kill the 2-1. It's actually like this. And then we get to do Forest Sage next turn. If I don't die here accidentally, but he doesn't have a lot of resources right now. So this top deck is extremely important now. That was a high quality top deck. He should switch to going all face now, right? Yes, that is the right plan. No, that is the wrong plan. We didn't want to do that. Alright. He has 9. If he top decks Leroy, of course he wins here. Well, that's also lethal. Exact lethal. 2 consecutive perfect top decks gave him the win. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.